ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay up. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay up. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. We left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. We left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me.
Yeah, I've been on the road chill. 31, baby, living out my dream still. I just got off a tour, the Prada in store. I'm playing, I'll be rocking with the guy in the horse. Yeah, you just hopped in the coupe, got lock in the shoes. I worship his Zeus, you not gonna shoot. I'm watching you do the camp base where I'm blocking these fools. I got studio time, I got my watch in the booth. Yeah, they be praying on my downfall. I'm an outlaw, switching pulls every stanza like Southpaw. How come your mouth off when y'all soft? No, you see me on the trampoline, about to bounce off. Yeah, it's a matter of time. I know you see me standing in the front, back of the line. I happen to grind every minute, passing the time. We ain't never been friends. How you acting like mine? Y'all need consentment. Y'all got resentment. God's grace lead to repentance. You live for mentions that make me question how you gonna handle a gift if you don't know how to steward blessing. You can't do it. You don't want a dream chase. You don't put your hands to it. You know the circle shrunk. 4th and 40 got a pun. No, I don't do what I want. I do it for the kingdom come. I ain't know that I was flowing. I ain't showing sign of slowing. I am going for the juggler, mate. The one to debate. But you seem to want it for free. I ain't doing video unless I'm gonna get paid. Yeah, I've been working on a gift. I ain't doing free shows. You can call me here again. You can call me what you want. It's really absurd. Just because you're the church doesn't really mean you don't have to pay me what I ain't worth.
I ain't tryna see your hand out. No freebies, better pay up. Y'all so cheap, man, we stay up. Feel like a breeze, don't play around. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. We left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. We left the whole crowd sleeping, and that's why you really gon' need me. Y'all better pay for the CD. Y'all better pay to come see me. They left the whole crowd sleepy, and that's when you really gon' need me.
Okay, we back now. It's been a minute, foot is on the gas now. Ain't no limits, I swear I can never cap out. Yeah, they don't let me loose, I'ma act out. Cause I'm back out. Whoa, look, I'm back now. Back now, back now, back now, back now. Somebody tell them that we back now. Back now, back now, back now, back now. Somebody tell them that we, yeah. I got the city on my shoulder, straight to the top, yeah. I told you I never drop what I'm holding, yeah. I got the team with me. We gotta go and we on a roll, so we never see defeat. Yeah, lights still shine even when the world's dark, and I still stride even when it gets harder. We stayed steady since the day that we started. No, we ain't stopping, I know we got it. Look, we back now. It's been a minute, foot is on the gas now. Ain't no limits, I swear I can never cap out. Yeah, they don't let me loose, I'ma act out. Cause I'm back out. Whoa, look, I'm back now. Back now, back now, back now, back now. Somebody tell them that we back now. Back now, back now, back now, back now. Somebody tell them that we back now. Back now, back now. Look, we back now. It's been a minute, foot is on the gas now. Ain't no limits, I swear I can never cap out. Yeah, they don't let me loose, I'ma act out. Cause I'm back out. Whoa, look, I'm back now. Back now, back now, back now, back now. Somebody tell them that we back now. Back now, back now, back now, back now. Somebody tell them that we back now. Back now, back now, back now. Somebody tell them that we back now, back now, back now, back now, back now. Somebody tell them that we back now. top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know, on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. What is going on, Mafia? We got an amazing show for you guys tonight. Thank you all for tuning in and checking out the live stream tonight. There's a lot of stuff you could be doing on this beautiful Thursday night. You could be with your version of Mrs. Candles, whatever it might be. Maybe you're with, Crimson Caravan Company's definitely with Crimson's. I don't know. Shout out to you guys, though. There's a lot of places you could be other than this live stream, but you guys chose to hang out here and do 2 full hours of TA on this thing they call Bitcoin. I'm going to try to break down the charts and let you know where I think this thing is going next. We've been pretty good in the recent past here being able to predict Bitcoin, but I'm going to try my best again on tonight's stream, try to figure out which way this thing's going to go, because as you guys know, we are playing around with an extremely important level of support, being that macro point of control. Are we going to flip that to support and get a bigger move up, or are we going to correct from here, or are we going to go up first and then correct? What is going on with Bitcoin? I'm going to try to break it down for you guys so you are ready to make money and in a good position to cash out whether the price goes up or down. But before we get into it, don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure. And if we get 550 likes on tonight's live stream, I will add a free month to the premium Discord to one lucky CandleMafia member. If we get 550 likes, we're giving that away. But shout out to everybody in the stream right now. Before we jump into the charts, guys, let's go ahead and say what's up to the Mafia. Who do we got in here? Oh, God, we're already popping off. Shout out to Dave Digital said, wait, we could be with Mrs. Candles instead of you? Bye. Shout out to Dave Digital. I'll be honest with you guys. Mrs. Candles is much cooler than I am. I'll tell you that. I like to pretend I'm pretty cool, but yeah, Mrs. Candles is much cooler than me. You guys would probably, you guys would like her a lot more than they like me. But shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I do appreciate you. But let's see who else we got in here other than Dave Digital. But shout out to Dave. Thank you for being here. Curtis Neal, what is going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. We got Mark Dutch. As always, good to see you, bro. Let's see. Melissa, what is going on? Said CandleMafia LFG. Look at the emojis in the chat, guys. If you have a Frankie Candles membership, spam out those bing bong emojis while I go through here and say what's up to you guys. Shout out to Hannah King, hanging out with Mrs. C. I'm down. Hannah King, yeah, you guys would probably, I'm always in Mrs. Candles' ear, I'm sorry, guys. I'm always trying to tell Mrs. Candles, oh, look at Bitcoin. It's pumping. Oh, my God. Check out this trade. Look at this, Jess. Look, I'm on a 3x leverage, and look how much we're up. That's only 3x, whatever. And she's always like, shut up. I don't care about your crypto. Hey, can I buy a new washer and dryer? But Hannah, you definitely will probably have better conversation material for Mrs. Candles than I do. I'm just trying to always talk about crypto. But shout out to you, Hannah, our CandleMafia princess. Guys, I was going to say throw the tiaras in chat, but you guys are already doing it. But shout out to Hannah King. We got Wick, formerly known as Wick 589. Shout out to Wick. I appreciate you for being here. We got Crypto Main in the house. Wayne C. Scott Miller. What is going on, Scott? Huddle Crypto, as always. We got the other TJ. We got 2K in the chat. And last but not least, guys, look at the sauce jars, the tiaras, the bing bongs in the chat are out of control. But shout out to Tyler. And last but not least, and certainly not least, Cryptic Sniper and Poor Man Joe said, welcome to the prestigious Frankie C to G University. Shout out to you, bro. And yeah, shout out to Poor Man Joe. Thank you for being here. We're going to turn you into Rich Man Joe. Any moment here, you're going to turn into Rich Man Joe. You keep tuning into this live stream, bro. Shout out to Hannah King. Thank you again for that other super chat. Says, I won't. BTC is my whole personality. Okay, Hannah, so we'd probably hit it off in a long conversation. Mrs. Candles would be like, yeah, Bitcoin, digital money, sure, I don't know. Gold, digital gold, I don't know. She'll just say a bunch of random words she hears me say. She'll be like, yeah, Bitcoin, 10x. Throw a little 10x leverage on it. Divergence, RSI, oversold, money flow, money flow, money flow. She just goes for all those keywords. But, guys, without further ado, we do have some interesting stuff to look at here on Bitcoin as we consolidate in this local range. We're going to try to figure out what's going on here with Bitcoin. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Here we go. So, guys, here we are on the Bitcoin 15-minute chart. And this is not what we want to look at. So let's come up to a higher time frame. I want to take a look at the daily because, as you guys know, overall, we are at a pretty significant level of resistance, right? And that does come in at the point of control of this macro range, which we have pulled all the way, well, go over here, which we have pulled all the way from the bull market. Bull market top is kind of, obviously the last bull market had a double top. We ranged around a little bit, and that macro point of control on the Bitstamp chart, at least we have another level that we're going to be looking at, or another point of control that we're going to be looking at on the Bybit chart, which may be a major target to the upside for Bitcoin here in the near future. The future, guys, not tomorrow, not the next day, but the near future. Unless it pops off like Bitcoin popped off Monday, maybe we'll hit that target live on stream. Who knows? But we're going to be taking a look at those higher targets. But as you guys know, I just want to talk about this. Clearly, for anybody who has kind of not been paying attention to the price, obviously we have gotten that move up. Pretty significant breakout of our local range here, and we've gotten that move up into our new value area right here, bringing us to that point of control, sitting at about $34,400. Essentially where we're hanging out right now. And this is a very, very significant level of resistance. And if we are, obviously we are expecting to get some kind of a correction here, even if we are going to continue to the upside. Because if you guys tune into any of the live streams in the recent past, you will know money flow is coming up on those higher time frames, indicating that that trend will likely continue to the upside. However, nothing goes up in a straight line. Obviously you could go back and test this. Even on the pump off the bottom, we got one of these big old candles. We even came up about 30%. And then although we only had a little purple candle here, we did correct just slightly before pushing up again. So another correction, another push up, another correction, another push up, etc. So on and so on, right? So we are going to be expecting something similar here. However, very, very good possibility that we get a correction from this level. Obviously, as we were pumping on Monday, we were expecting to at least get some kind of consolidation at this level. Not only is this the point of control of this macro range, but this, or I should say, not only is this a key level of resistance, but this gives us a pretty good idea of what is likely to happen, because obviously we've gotten up into this volume profile. If you're new to the show, obviously this white shaded box is our area of balance or volume profile or value area, whatever you want to call it. Simply put, it's a range. But obviously we have gotten above that level, flip the value area low to support, and come up to that POC. So that is why we are expecting some kind of resistance here. And, obviously nothing's going to go up in a straight line. So I do want to be clear, though. The money flow, the higher time frames are looking for more upside, right? We are looking bullish, at least as of right now. As soon as that changes, I will be the first person to let you know. But those higher time frames are pointing to the upside, at least as of right now. So, if we do get a pullback here, guys, I do think it's going to be somewhat, lackluster, right? A lackluster pullback before putting in a higher low and then continuing to the upside. It's kind of that famous redundant phrase that I say when we are bearish in the short term but bullish in the long term, right? So we could potentially pull back here, and we'll talk about some specific things popping up on the charts that could indicate that. And then we will also talk about those key levels we could pull down to. And then again, I will kind of hammer home the fact that I am still bullish in the long term based off money flow, that we could continue this trend up to some of those higher targets. This was one of the targets we were looking at yesterday, between about 39,112 and 37,551. And then obviously we do have some other levels up in here that would act as some resistance as well. So here's the thing, guys. Obviously at key resistance. Now, coming on over to the daily time frame, or even looking at the 2-day here, VWAP on the 2-day is rolling back over. Taking a look at the daily, red dot is finally printing on the daily time frame. As you guys know, we are a bit overbought here on Bitcoin. And I want to be very clear here, guys. A lot of people think that I remember, I mentioned this yesterday. I remember when I first started trading, I would look at the RSI and be like, oh, okay, this is easy, right? Because if you look at this in a nutshell, you're looking at this, you're like, okay, like once it's overbought, you're likely going to get a pullback, so I'll just short when it's overbought, and then I'll long when it's oversold. And, although this looks like it would play out, oftentimes you can stay oversold or overbought for a period of time, right? Because you could see we're massively overbought here on the RSI right here back in the pump that we got in January. And what is this? I don't want this popping up all the time. How do I get... Oh, God, I didn't want to do that. But let's get out of here. You were very, very overbought here, and then what happened, where's price? Price was right here, and then what happened? You kind of just bing-bonged around and then got another rip to the upside, which is why I am being careful for a potential another push up, and there's some more specific things on the lower time frames that could indicate that we are going to get one more move up before a correction. So it's kind of a mixed signals going on right now. It looks like we could cool off, but I am being cautious of some higher prices, more specifically because we have some key levels up here that I'm looking at for price to potentially come hit before rolling back over to the downside. However, daily red dot is printing. We are also overbought on the daily time frame. Could indicate a cool off incoming. Your 16-hour red dot is confirmed as we were looking at that yesterday. So these time frames are starting to look like maybe we want to get a pullback. But remember, we talked about this on the last time we started getting these absolutely massive pumps to the upside. Oftentimes, guys, when you get these big moves up, even your bearish divergences can oftentimes just wind up presenting themselves as consolidation. Sometimes you don't even really get a pullback. I'm almost reminded of this little area of price action back here. If we go into bar replay mode, just kind of want to show you guys, let's pretend that we're hitting our head on that macro POC. Let's pretend this is the current price. And, we're up here and we're sitting here. We're looking at this okay, this is very, very strong resistance. We're overbought on the daily. And, here I am, right? A technical analyst showing you guys when the TA doesn't work. This is why you need to be careful because just because you're overbought or just because you have a red dot does not mean that you're ready for a move down, right? It's a collective agreement of multiple things that should be giving you your sentiment in the market. So it's not just that we see a red dot on the daily, so we're looking for shorts, right? That's not the case. There's multiple things coming together in agreement or confluence to give you kind of a educated guess into what's going to happen next. But this does remind me of right back here where you are overbought on the daily, and right here, you'd be kind of expecting, maybe a pullback, right? And that is a completely valid thing. And this is also very, very similar because our money flow is crossing as a pretty fresh crossover into the green here. And what happens, right? You get the red dot and you're thinking okay, maybe we're finally going to cool off. Okay, here it comes, the big cool off. And then boom, you get absolutely slapped in the face by the bulls. And you would have gotten wrecked on that short, right? So we cannot just base it off that. We cannot just base it off of that red dot on the daily because we could have something like that happen to us where you're looking for shorts and then boom, you get slapped in the face by the bulls. But shout out to Dave Digital. He says, was that a news article, Frankie? How dare you? Yes, charts only on this channel, guys. I'm just kidding. We actually looked at some news in my last market update just because it was pretty big news, or pretty interesting news, I should say. So we actually have been looking at some articles in the market updates, even when we got the when that intern over at Cointelegraph fat-fingered the keyboard and put out that fake news. We actually looked at the articles there too. But yeah, sorry, Dave. Keeping it straight to the charts here. No articles on this channel. Shout out to Bitcoin Chicken. Or Crypto Pollo, as you guys like to call him. What is going on, bro? He says, cluck, cluck, fam. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Tony D. Said, check it in from 30,000 feet. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. Tony quit, and he left back to New York. So he's gone. And, yeah, but here he is, super chatting. Shout out to Tony D. I'm kidding, guys. He said, check it in from 30,000 feet to let you know that JetBlue is still goated, but I'm pissed. They made me check my carry-on, so I made the entire plane subscribe. Let's go. Shout out to Tony D. And shout out to JetBlue. The official JetBlue YouTube channel is now following the Frankie Candles channel, which is awesome. I'm kidding, guys. Tony D is going to a wedding in New York. He will be back. I don't know. I don't keep tabs on him. Tony, come back whenever you want. You crush it. You deserve, come back. I don't know. Take some time off, bro. Have some fun with the family. But shout out to Hannah King. Says, can I have Tony's job? Yo, let's go. Tony, you better watch out, bro. People are trying to swoop right in. Shout out to Hannah King. Hannah, fly on down here. If you get back here before he does, whoever gets back to ATL first keeps the job. Let's go. Shout out to Hannah and shout out to Tony. He said, I'll be back in 2024. But he'll be back when the bull runs here. Shout out to Tony D. But let's go ahead and continue on. Thank you for flying the Frankie skies. Shout out to Crimson's girlfriend. But guys, I do just kind of wanted to give you just a little bit of a disclaimer here that just because we're overbought on the daily, this is a perfect example of when you're overbought, you can still just keep climbing, right? Especially in like very bullish environments like we're in right now. So just be very careful. But let me just play this through. Yeah, and then where did you wind up getting the bigger correction? You got it once the divergence formed, right? So you had the lower highs on your momentum waves with the higher highs on your price action, and that was a little bit of a stronger signal to get a bigger correction, right? So just be careful. I just kind of wanted to bring that up because they do look very similar in structure here, right? So we could wind up, again, that's why I say sometimes these red dots or even bearish divergences in a very bullish scenario like this could just present themselves as some kind of consolidation, and sometimes it can wind up being bullish consolidation like a bull pennant or something like that, and then you could get that second rip to the upside. So just be careful with the shorts. However, in my opinion, this is a valid level of resistance to be looking for a short, and on top of that, this is kind of hard to say, right? So I'll kind of explain to you guys my plan and what I'm doing, right? So if we continue on here, not only are we getting, do we have a 4-hour bearish divergence confirmed? It's not the strongest angle here on your momentum waves, but you do have a confirmed bearish divergence it's pretty exaggerated. I shouldn't say exaggerated because exaggerated means the opposite of what you think it would. It's pretty extreme here on the candles, not as extreme on the momentum waves, but and also I would like to see the money flow coming out sooner than it has all like right here. I would like to see that money flow come out a little bit earlier, but here's the thing. You do have the bearish divergence confirmed. And on top of that, one thing I am watching, again, like I said, I am being cautious of a potential push up, another potential push up that we may be able to get, bringing us closer to about, between about 36K. I think it's a little less likely to get up to this next target at about 37.5. But 36K is definitely in the cards before we get a correction if we see something happen like what I just showed you guys a few minutes ago. So if we wind up getting that push up, look what we could get, right? You got the VWAP coming up on the 4-hour, which has been stuck below that zero line for quite some time. It is bound to come back up and give us a green dot. And if it does, guys, what we could look for here is a third higher high to actually put in more of a local bearish divergence like that. And in my opinion, just with the way that Market Cipher B is set up right now, with the VWAP cocked up, looking for that green dot, as well as our momentum wave just happens to be in a good position to come back up and give us a lower high and a higher high on price action, this would be, in my opinion, a saucier short entry, right? Now, I am in a short position right now. It is a very, very, very small scalp trade that we put in the premium Discord late last night. I was looking at price, just sitting here drooling at the charts as I typically do on a Wednesday night. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know, man. This looks like we're going down. Threw it in the premium Discord. I jumped into a little bit of a scalp short. Woke up. Nobody hates waking up to free money, but I woke up with that trade in the green. But I am fully prepared. My stop loss is at break even now, so we are good. It is a guaranteed winning trade. However, I am not worried about getting stopped out of that position because, to be quite honest, I would rather wait for higher prices to get into my real short position. So, oh God, hang on one second. Shout out to Hannah King, said, Tony, I approve of this plan. Hang on. Shout out to Tony D. Hold on, 2 super chats. Tony D says, if Dave is Hannah's assistant, I'm Dave's assistant. Yo, shout out to Tony D. Bro, we gotta get Dave over here, man. Shout out to Hannah King. Says, Tony, I approve of this plan. Dave Digital, thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, hey, team, should we fire Frank? Okay, I'm sorry. Yo, shout out to Dave Digital. Tony D says, Hannah, good to know. Shout out to you, bro. And Hannah says, should we, Dave? I'll think about it. Shout out to Hannah super chat. And Dave, one more time. As my assistant, Tony, you'll have to break the news. Hang on, guys. Guys, what are you trying to say here, guys? Hang on, I just got to text Mrs. Candles 1 sec. Well, hang on. Let me lock my doors first real quick. Okay, doors are locked. Let me just text Mrs. Candles real quick. They are trying to take over. Batten down the hatches and load the bing bong cannons. Okay. All right. Shout out to you guys. I'm just kidding, guys. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the super chats. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much. But please, we got to get Dave Digital and Hannah King down here to make the Quattro crypto team. Hopefully they don't just keep it a trio. Hopefully they let me stay. But anyway, let's see. Shout out to Chris. Chris says Frankie wants a dump. I would like a dump. However, I would prefer to get a move up first. But I am positioned right now to, if we do wind up coming down from here, I am in a short. But I would really like to get another push up for 2 main reasons. Really, it's the key levels up here. And the key levels that we have up here to potentially come up and tap before we get the correction. And also just the fact that Market Cypher B with the VWAP coming up on the 4-hour, with the way the momentum waves are formed, looking like it wants to go ahead and put in a lower high as price creeps forward, giving us that next little drive of bearish divergence, or that third drive of bearish divergence. In my opinion, that is just the saucier short, right, for me, in my opinion. So if we come down from here, I'll still make money, but I really would like to come up for one last push. There's really no way to tell which one we're going to get first, right? That's why I'm positioned the way I am. I am still in my long position, up over 600%, or over 500%. It's probably less than 600, and still in my little short, but would really just like to one last push up, take a little more profit off the long, get into my big short, and then ride it down to lower prices. So that is kind of my, that's kind of my general plan. That's like basically what I'm waiting for, right? Waiting for a potential push up. Other than that, guys, I am not really looking for any scalp trades. I am waiting for key levels. I am waiting to come up to higher levels for significant shorts, and I'm waiting to come down for lower levels to load up bigger longs. Other than that, I'm just playing the local range as we do here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. And it is nice because we are starting to form a pretty significant or a pretty identifiable range right here, right? We got the highs down here at about 30,568, and then we got the highs up here at about 34,634. And I am simply going to trade this range as we do all the time, right? Just looking for those, like we talked about this yesterday, right? Looking for the local scalps from the low to the high, from the high to the low, just, milking these ranges for every dollar they're worth. My current position is short from right up here, which is up a little bit, but again, very small position. But again, just milking these ranges for all they're worth, and then waiting for either a break up or a breakdown to turn those little scalp trades into more of a grand slam, bigger percentage gain, right? So that's basically what we're looking for, guys. And that is, we'll talk about the key levels in just a second. But again, I would really prefer to get a move up here. And again, that 4-hour VWAP coming up and the way those momentum waves are formed, as well as the lower time frame money flow, right? Look at the 15-minute. Although it did come out locally here, 15-minute money flow is generally trending to the upside, right? And on top of that, if we come down to, let's see, the 3-hour VWAP coming up, looking for the green dot, 2-hour also printing a green dot. So if we are going to get another shot up here, this is likely going to happen very quickly, or not very quickly, but it's likely going to happen soon, right? So That's basically what I'm looking at here on Bitcoin, guys, and that's my general plan. But now let's talk about those key levels. But first off, shout out to Hannah King. Oh wait, hang on a second. Tony D said, "Hey Frankie, you got a minute? Buddy?" Shout out to Tony D. Actually, I'm busy right now. Tony, can we push that to like next year, that meeting? Anyway, shout out to Hannah King. Said, Frankie, Tony and I have to hold a meeting with you. Oh man, I'm terribly busy, guys. I'm so sorry. But shout out to Dave Digital. Says, Frankie, Hannah and Tony need to talk to you. Yeah, no, I told him, Dave. I'm busy, man. I can't do it. Creighton C, shout out to Creighton C with the $10 super chat, bro. Thank you so much. He says, take over. Okay, yeah, if I have to deal with a depressed Frankie again, I swear to God, mother sign are gonna get whacked. Shout out to Creighton C. Guys, you don't want to mess with Creighton C. He is a mafia enforcer. You never know what he's capable of. Shout out to Creighton C, bro. I appreciate the super chat, bro. Thank you so much. But let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Wolf of Crypto. He is in the chat now, so we could go ahead and start the stream. Shout out to Hannah King one more time. Dang, the super chats are going nuts tonight. Said, but at Creighton C, how can the princess make Frankie depressed? Everybody loves me. And if you guys love Hannah, throw a tiara in the chat if you got a membership. And guys, we just found out that YouTube is doing a new feature that allows you to do member-only premieres, which is pretty cool because I might start doing something with that where I release maybe Sunday Sauce videos or something earlier to the members of the channel, and then, or maybe you guys get Sunday Sauce on Saturday, and then on Sunday it still gets released at the same time, but you guys will get like early access to the videos, assuming the videos are finished. But yeah, pretty cool. Interesting. We're probably gonna mess around with that, but let's go ahead and continue on, guys. Money flow on the 2-hour is continuing to the downside here. Again, kind of another signal that we could get a correction here. Money flow on the 1 hour crossing over into the red. VWAT rolling back to the downside. So really what I'm looking for here, guys, I'm keeping the plan simple. Yo, shout out to Golden. Shout out to you, bro. Let's go. Golden dropping the memberships. Absolutely insane, bro. Dude, shout out to Golden, man. Dude, you are out of control. And now, if we wind up doing those YouTube Premiere early releases to the members, now there's 50 more people that are going to get that early access. And shout out to Mas Nokas says, keep up the hard work. Shout out to Mas Nokas. I appreciate that, bro. And shout out to... Bro, what is going on? Shout out to Hannah King dropping the memberships. Let's go. You guys are nuts. 10 memberships from Hannah, 50 from Golden. Absolutely insane. Welcome, all new Frankie Candles members. Go ahead and spam those Golden and Tiara emojis if you just got a membership to thank the Mafia for these memberships. You guys are absolutely nuts. Thank you so much. And I know the Mafia is thanking you as well. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Shout out to Wick, formerly known as Wick589, said, look, I'm helping too. Shout out to Wick589. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. This is nuts. You guys are popping off. Chat rate at a 66, going absolutely ballistic. You guys are insane. But let's continue on here, guys. Money flow. It's so hard. We should just have a stream where we chill with the Mafia at night. I'll go live for my regular stream, and then I'll hop off. I'll go eat dinner real quick. We'll come back, and I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll play some games in Discord or something. I got to chill with the Mafia, man, so we don't have to look at the charts, and we can just hang out and talk to chat. Shout out to Bitcoin Chicken or Crypto Pollo said, I'll be in the ATL next week. Want to grab a beer? I will. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Let's do it, bro. Hit me up when you get here, and we will meet up, bro. I'm pumped to see you. But look at that, guys. You come down to the ATL. We'll just come chill with you. Shout out to Crypto Pollo, bro. It'd be good to see you again, man. I actually got to meet Crypto Pollo at the Bitcoin Miami conference. Super cool. I get to meet a bunch of people out there, as well as Jessica, our female CandleMafia representative. But let's take a look at the key levels to the downside here, guys, for Bitcoin if we do get the correction, right? So again, money flow coming out is, in the medium term, letting me know even if we get that next little drive of divergence that we could wind up getting a correction. However, lower time frame money flow, like the 12-minute, the 15-minute, is coming up, indicating that we could wind up, once we get that green dot, we could indeed get that push to the upside. So That's kind of my plan, guys. Like, we're just in a situation where, honestly, like, I'm in a long and a short. I don't really care what happens. I do have a slight preference to get a move up first. But other than that, I'm just kind of chilling. Kind of a good position to be in. But again, that 4-hour money flow would indeed indicate that we will get some kind of correction coming in, whether we get another high here or come down from where we are now. It is likely to play out at some point soon. And then the fact also that we're at the point of control, right? This point of control is going to be a significant level of resistance. And you guys know, if we wind up flipping this decisively with high time frame candles, multiple high time frame candles closing above that level, we could get a bigger move up potentially into our next target here, getting closer to 37K. But let's talk about the actual key levels to the downside, right? Because again, let me pop up Exo charts really quickly here. Oh my God, guys, I have my Stream Deck sitting right here, and I just went to touch my screen like it was a touch screen. It's right next. Never mind. Anyway, shout out to Hannah King. Says, you met Crypto Pollo. Now I'm jealous. Shout out to Hannah King. And he's cool, Hannah. And he's cool. He's as cool as you would think he is. So he actually told me why his name is Crypto Pollo. But I don't know. I'll let him talk about it. But anyway, shout out to Hannah King. Yeah, he's cool too. I'm just saying. But yeah, Hannah, I look forward to meeting. Hannah, where are you? I mean, just let me know like around where you're located. Don't send your address in the chat. But let us know where you're located. Like, I don't know. We want to do a meetup. I don't know. I think in the bull run, maybe we'll, I don't know. I'm thinking of doing some cool stuff in the bull run where it's like, we'll do big giveaways and then like hand deliver the giveaways, like fly out to whoever won and just say what's up and then give them the giveaway, potentially. But anyway, either way, in the bull run, guys, we're doing the Frankie Candles meetups. It's going to be intense. I don't know what that means. What are we going to be doing at the meetup? God, Frankie Candles, calm down. But anyway, taking a look here, guys, let's continue on. I want to take a look at some of those key levels to the downside that I am watching, and this is Ethereum. We got to come on over to the Bitcoins, and I want to talk about, you can send your address if you want, Hannah. Shout out to Dave. But I do want to take a look at the TPO chart on Bitcoin, right? This is Bitcoin. Okay. And obviously, guys, the key levels that I am going to be watching, if we zoom out a bit here, kind of like the main target, right? If we get that cool off, or one of my main targets that I will be looking at locally will be, let me go ahead and delete that. One of the main targets for me is going to be these single prints down here, getting closer to about 32.5. So we do get that correction. I will be taking significant profits off the table once we start tapping these single prints. And then there are some levels below, but I'm not really going to talk about them too much because I don't know if we're going to absolutely just melt down to those levels. But, if we get a significant move to the downside, these single prints, again, at about 32.5 are going to be a key level of support, or also just a key level to be taking some profit. And then what I do want to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off the TPO, and I want to pull some fibs here and see if we have any confluence with our fibs and our $32,500 single prints. And you can see here, we do have some kind of confluence here, right? Let me get rid of the D-bar. There we go. Get rid of the CVD. And if we zoom in here, guys, you can see that our 618 and the golden pocket essentially is sitting right here on those last little group of single prints. They start up here at about 32,550 and they end all the way down here at about 32K even, making this a pretty significant level of support, kind of this whole box. So again, if we do get this move down and we wind up losing some levels and coming down here, I will be looking to take profit down here. That's a little bit of a freebie for the YouTube channel. This is like more stuff I share in the premium Discord, but I'll give you guys a little bit of free sauce here. Well, I guess a little extra free sauce because we just give free sauce every day on the live stream. But those are kind of that's going to be the first kind of key levels that I'm looking at if we do get a bigger move down. And then if we do wind up getting a move to the upside and we are going to put in the third drive of the, third higher high here to put in that third drive of bearish divergence before moving back down. 34,911 right here is going to be a big level I'm watching. And then 35,300 and 35,745 is going to be another level I'm watching very closely to potentially put in that higher high. More specifically, 35.3 would be the bigger target to put in a higher high, right? And then if we come up here, really starting to look for the shorts, and then if we just start ripping past that level, that's where I'm like sitting on my hands, letting the long ride out, just letting the money fall down and catch it, and then just look for higher prices to get into a stronger short position, which obviously we just talked about. Some higher targets for Bitcoin right now could be closer to between, like, I would say 36K is obviously going to be, that's the next kind of major psychological level that we haven't hit yet. So 36K even is probably going to be a big level to watch for you guys. However, if we zoom in here, 36K, between 36K even, and then all the way up to about 37,545, and then all the way up to this monthly naked point of control sitting at about 38,998. And like, this is kind of the biggest level for me. Like right now, we're being cautious of another shot to the upside, but if we wind up getting a shot up here, guys, I am looking for shorts. It is very unlikely, in my opinion, unless things just absolutely go ballistic to 50K. It is. You know, if we get up to this purple box, guys, like, I am looking for shorts, and as long as the charts are not cocked and loaded, ready to shoot up in a straight line, I am going to be looking for strong short positions up at this monthly naked point of control. So those are some of the higher targets, and the lower targets I am looking at for Bitcoin. And then also, if we go ahead and, if we zoom out a little bit more, if things start to get real bearish, which I'll be honest, I think it's kind of more likely to potentially get a move down to those single print areas, right, getting closer to about 32K, and get a move back up rather than getting a move all the way back down to this level, which we talked about yesterday. So I'm not going to cover this too much, but this box of support is going to kind of be the line in the sand, right? This is where, if we start breaking this blue box between about 29,859 and 28,371, if we get back down to this level, guys, and we start losing this level, that is where I'm starting to be like, okay, this is starting to look pretty bearish. And then, in my opinion, that could start the move closer to about 25K, and then you're at risk of losing our old range from over here, which could wind up bringing you down to about 23K, right? But that's not until we start losing these levels that I just mentioned. So this is, in my opinion, like the most important level of support, right? So we start getting a correction, and tomorrow's thumbnail says something like, we must hold this support. You guys know already that this is the level of support that I'm looking at, right? And this is the most key level, in my opinion. And the reason for that is, guys, I don't just want to like say these levels and leave you guys wondering like, where do you get these levels from? Oh my God, I wish I could find these levels. I'm just going to straight up show you how I found them, right? This level is so important because it's the macro value area low of not only this macro range, but also the value area low of this little mini range that we've been looking at for quite some time. And we know because we are now accepted back into this big area of balance, right? Opening up the door to 50K potentially at some point. I wouldn't say anytime soon, but at some point. Now that we're back inside here, if you lose that value area low, that is literally the doorway to lower prices, right? So when you're below these value area lows, like when we were below this value area low, I think we even wrote it out here, this value area low was the doorway to higher prices, right? And what happened when we broke the level? We went right to the POC. Shout out to the volume profiles and shout out to Creighton C. But with that being said, when you're above it, it is the doorway to lower prices if you lose it, right? So if you lose this and can't get back above, that is your doorway to lower prices. And, in the most bearish scenario right now, if you do get below those levels and can't get back above them, again, I'd be looking down towards the 25,000s and then potentially all the way down to the 23,000s. But we're very far away from there. I'm just speaking like out into the future. But let's go ahead. Shout out to Andy. Said, don't forget to smash that like button, guys. And don't forget, 550 likes on tonight's live stream. We will be giving away a free month of the premium Discord to one lucky CandleMafia member. So smash that like button if you have not already. Touch it with your elbow. Hit it with your butt. Headbutt it. Creepily fondle it. I don't care what you do. Sniff it like a Mrs. Candle's hand. Just smash that like button. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see. Oh, shout out to Jordy. If you guys remember from yesterday, Jordy had a big gain on his trade. Shout out to Jordy, bro. I was talking to Mrs. Candles about you, bro. I was like, yo, Jordy came into the chat, told me that he was making money in his trade, and we were just talking about it, man. It's like, it's the coolest thing in the world. It's like literally why I do this. But he says, tried to repeat my scalp long at the same 1760 entry on ETH. So far, so good. Shout out to Jordy. And he knows those 50-60 numbers on Ethereum. For some reason, it loves those numbers. And it seems he is starting to understand that. Shout out to Jordy. Congrats on your gains, bro. Let's see. Hang on, we got some super chats. Let's go. I'm just going to spam this right now for all of them. Shout out to all the super chats popping in here, guys. Hannah King says, Newfoundland, I am in the middle of nowhere. Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. Wow. We're going to have to take quite a trip. Shout out to Hannah King. And then she says again, Dave, I will send my BTC address. Deal? I mean, hey, I wouldn't be sharing your seed phrase, but addresses are okay. I mean, the only thing that can happen there is someone could send you money, right? Shout out to Hannah King. And Creighton C says, Buddy Price holding a range and money flow coming out. That reeks of CME distribution, even looks like it. And yeah, I mean, let's see where we got. Hold up. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for saying that. Let's check out the see if there's any CME gaps. Is that loaded? Okay. Why is this? Oh yeah. Do we have any local CME gaps? I mean, come on, right at the golden pocket. Right at the golden pocket, we do have that CME gap. Yeah, I mean, if we do come down there again, I mean, that does line up almost perfectly, Creighton C. So if we do come down, that CME gap is sitting right there at that golden pocket. So yeah, that would make sense to me. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you so much for the super chats, bro. And thank you for bringing that up. And shout out to M-Batter Virus said, hey, Frankie, what is going on with Doge? X tweeted a dog tweet and said, get ready for it. Do you think 16 cents is on the horizon? Shout out to M-Batter Virus. Mods, let's put Dogecoin on the list for M-Batter, and we will take a look at it, and I will let you know what I think, bro. Shout out to M-Batter. But let's see. Shout out to Mo says, what is that indicator? And is it better than the Lux oscillator? This is Market Cipher B. And the simple answer to your question is no, it is not better than the Lux oscillator. I use both. Obviously, I have all my indicators presets up here. I use both Lux Algo and Market Cipher. They are simply just different, right? There is not one that is better than the other. The money flow is different on both of them. There are differences between the indicators. They are not the same thing. So one's not better than the other. I look at both. But the one you are referring to that was up on the chart at that time, this is Market Cipher B. This is what I usually look at for money flow, and that's like one of the main things, and divergences as well. The cool thing about the Lux Algo oscillator is that it marks out the divergences for you. So if you guys remember, I think it was this little area of price action right here we just went over before getting a big move to the downside. You could see these gold lines are marking out your divergences for you. You could see big old bullish divergence. That would have been a great time to put in a long position, and then boom, we got that big move up afterwards. And then here you got a bear div, big move to the downside, another bear div, started your downtrend, and then you got a bull div down here, bing bong, right to the upside, so on and so forth. So they're just different indicators. There's not one that's better than the other, in my opinion. They're just completely different, right? I look at them both, but I know everybody's not in a position to have both of them. So you kind of gotta. Here's the one thing I will say: Lux Algo gives a free 30-day money-back guarantee, which is pretty cool, right? Because you could try it out, and if you don't like it, they'll just give you all your money back. So, if I always tell people always ask me, which one should I get? Super hard for me to kind of, it's hard for me to kind of answer that question, right? But I would say this, if you are not in a position to use both of them or just like get a month of each one to like try them out, again, full money back guarantee on Lux Algo is kind of cool. So you could just try it out. If you hate it, you could swap it out, go grab Market Cipher. But I use them both. So it's really hard for me to say which one you should get, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Also, just looking at Lux Algo there real quick, guys. Smart Trail is coming in perfect confluence, right? I'll just hide this, right? Your Smart Trail is in perfect confluence with your golden pocket 786 retracement level, right? Where we also have that CME gap. So if you do wind up getting a big move down, that just adds a little bit of confluence or a lot of bit of confluence to kind of why you should be looking for longs at this level. On top of that, it's also the value area low of the macro range, which is where you're looking for long positions anyway. And if you guys are wondering why we look for longs at the value area low, it's simply just a super high probability trade to get into because we were not only looking for longs down here before we got this big move up, but we also were looking for, I'm in a long from down here at this value area low, which is obviously also doing very well. And those are just a couple of examples of some of the trades you could catch off these value area lows. And when you have your Smart Trail, your golden pocket 786 confluence on top of your value area low sitting right here, it just gives you even more confluence to get a bullish confirmation down here and look to ride this up. And the cool thing about this is if we do come all the way back down here, I'll be honest, like I don't know if we're going to be lucky enough to get that move down there, right? Because if we did, this would be a beautiful, beautiful place to load up a long, because if we hold support here, chances are on that second attempt to attack the POC, in my opinion, we will likely crack it, flip it to support, and potentially come up to some higher prices here at that monthly point of control at 38,998. So there you go. And that smart trail just adds a bit of confluence, right? And we also always talk about this. Once you get your bullish change of character, now I don't typically do this on the daily, but oftentimes, guys, when you get this is like a little bit of a Lux Algo strategy that I use, but when you get your bullish change of character, like this is a perfect example. Like this is a simple strategy. I actually like this more for scalping, but it would really work based off of any time frame because it's really based off market structure. But when you get this signal here, change of character, right, your candles will turn blue. So oftentimes what I will do is I'll wait for the change of character, letting us know that we are likely starting an uptrend, right? So you change your character, and then once your candles turn blue, you're looking for a retracement, right? More specifically into either a golden pocket or more specifically the smart trail, right? So basically what I do is you wait for the change of character on Lux Algo to pop up here, or you could just simply wait for your candle colors to turn blue, right? And now you're in long mode. Okay, I'm looking for a long. We have the change of character. Now we had a bearish change of character here, so this one was like a little bit of a mixed signal. But just in general, you get the bullish change of character, price gets a retracement into the smart trail, and then oftentimes that is a good place to be looking for a long, in my opinion or my experience. You look for that long right on the smart trail, and then boom, that's where you could catch some nice positions. This one actually was a really good example. But if you could get these smart trails to line up with a golden pocket, which this is a perfect example, right? Like this is a beautiful area. Like this is like one of the ways that I like to find my long zones or my short zones, right? This is a nice confluent area. You have your change of character letting you know that the market structure is changing, right? You get the pullback. This is where you would look for the higher low, right? You change character, looking for the higher low. And where does the higher low oftentimes come in, guys? It oftentimes comes in on that golden pocket 786. And again, oftentimes the smart trail is in beautiful confluence with that 786 golden pocket retracement to give you a little bit of extra confluence. And then you could look for things like bullish divergences or something that, on Lux Algo also marks out. And you can also use this in the opposite direction, right? Now, if you are using Lux Algo right now, you guys won't have all of this stuff, right? Because this is all custom settings. I have a video on my channel showing you guys how to get this actual setup on your charts. It's nice and clean, it's not overbearing, and it is super, super, super useful. So go check that out. Mods, if you guys can send that link, so if anybody wants to check that out, or if you're already using Lux Algo and you want to see how to get your chart to look like this so you can use this strategy, go ahead and check out that video. Nate, Quantum Divergence, what is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Good to see you. But that is my Lux Algo settings. You guys can check out that video. And if you want to sign up for Lux Algo, we got a link in the description or on FrankieCandlesTrading.com where you guys can save a good bit of money, and they offer that 30-day money-back guarantee. So check that out. But yeah, hard to tell you which one to get, Market Cypher or Lux Algo. They're just two completely different things. I use them differently. But there you go. I guess the 30-day money-back guarantee is kind of an easy sell for, just like you could try and get your money back, right? So that's kind of easy to go that way. But taking a look here, again, and like, yeah, it really reminds me of back here, guys. Like you have the fresh money flow crossover, red dot, and you got a little correction and then another push up. I think we may be in a similar situation as we were right back here, right? I really do think we could be in a similar situation than we were right back here. So I'm actually just going to highlight this in red and see, if this winds up playing out, we could come back and check on this. And yeah, we could check it out. We'll just highlight this as well. So anyway, with all that being said, let's go ahead and continue on. Now you guys got the key levels to the downside and the upside with all the confluences, etc. So again, up or down, pump or dump, very hard to say. You guys know what I prefer. I'm not going to say it again because I've already said it like 10 times. But there you go, guys. That is what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Shout out to Crypto Mac, said the Mafia is here for you. Shout out to Crypto Mac. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Frankie Candles, no more discount until Black Friday. Okay, thank you, Tony. Thank you for reminding me that. No Lux Algo discounts until Black Friday, which I'm pretty sure they do a crazy discount on Black Friday. So you can check that out. But there you guys go. Thank you for reminding me. And then Tony just dropped that Lux Algo video. If you guys want to see how to get your charts to look like mine, you guys can check that out. Wolf of Crypto is actually Canadian. Shout out to you, bro. But guys, let's go ahead and continue on here. And let's go ahead and start taking a look at the altcoins. Go ahead and spam your favorite altcoins in the chat right now while I pop this Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. Ooh, nice and clean. Oh, God, that just went right into my cut. About to mainline that thing. But anyway, guys, go ahead and spam your favorite altcoins in the chat. Rob the Crypto. Is Rob here today? Captain Kirk in the chat. What is up, Cap? I don't know if Rob is here today. I at least didn't see him. Tyler and Tony are here, though. Tony's on a plane right now. Tony, like, go to sleep or something. Like, watch a movie, bro. You do not have to work on the plane, bro. Shout out to Tony and Tyler. But, yeah, one of them will count up the votes and let us know what altcoins we're going to be looking at tonight. And we're just going to go ahead and we'll go through a bunch of them. But first off, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. And, guys, that Ethereum just likes to listen to what we do. Like, it just does what we want it to. It literally does exactly what we want it to every single time. We've never been wrong on Ethereum. I'm kidding, guys. I'm just joking. I don't know a specific time, but I can guarantee you we've been wrong about Ethereum before. But lately, it's just been doing what we tell it to. But let's go ahead and take a look here. Now, I want to focus on this, guys, because this is going to help you endlessly in your analysis. This is going to 100% help you endlessly, guys. Why? Look at the volume profiles. Shout out to Tony D. Says, I maybe have spoken to somebody today. Huge yearly discount coming end of November. Also, we may have a new sponsorship coming soon. Also, link to. Yo, shout out to Tony D. Thank you, bro. New sponsorship coming, or partnership. Partnership or sponsorship? That's a hard one to call. But shout out to Tony D. I think you guys could probably read his mind figuring out what he is talking about. But yeah, some of you guys actually, the premium Discord, I did leak some stuff, some information to. But the people in the premium Discord got tighter lips than... Anyway, guys, I'm just going to stop there. But I want to talk to you guys about Ethereum here now. Real quick, guys. The volume profiles will change the game for you. It's insane, right? Because once you understand how the market moves and how the market behaves, being able to predict it, although not 100% accurately, that is impossible. You're not always going to be right. You're not going to win every single trade you take. Please take that to the bank. You're going to lose trades. You're going to get stopped out. I'll probably get stopped out of my short tonight. But am I going to cry about it? Absolutely not, because my long is going to be massively in profit, and I'll have an opportunity to get into a better position. And I'm using a stop loss, right? My stop loss is at break even. I've already taken some profit. So it's a guaranteed winning trade, although the profit is negligible, to be honest. It barely cover the fees. But again, it's like you're going to lose trades no matter what, guys. You just have to make sure that your losses are smaller than your wins, right? If you're getting 100, depending on your account size, right? Let's say you have a $1,000 account, or it's let's say you have a $100 account, right? If you lose 50 cents on your losses, but you're making $3 to $5 on your wins, you're fine. You could lose a bunch of trades in a row, and then that one win is going to cover those few losses plus some profit, right? So here's the thing. Once you understand that the market ranges 80% of the time, you can start to see you could start to see, where price is likely to go next, right? Because back here, you had an area of balance, right? You're bing-bonging around in this range. You got complete imbalance into a key level, which was a golden pocket, before you ripped right through that value area, and then you went and found balance somewhere else, and you started this new volume profile, or this new value area, which is likely a value area from the past, partially from back here, but then we wound up bing-bonging around. We lost this area of balance, right? And where did we go? Right back down into the old area of balance. And if you guys remember watching the show when we were coming down here, we were saying, like, guys, we've now entered back into this range. We could, wind up respecting this range and continuing to bing-bong back and forth in that range. And we were able to find, shout out to Jordy, we were able to find where those likely areas to bounce were. And again, like we called this live on the live stream, right? This is, we gave this one for free. You came down to that value area low with bullish divergence, money flow coming up, and you're at that value area low where you should be looking for longs. Everybody thought everything was going to zero when we came down to this level. Not us. We look for longs when everybody else is bearish. You should be looking for longs because 90% of people are wrong 100% of the time. Right? I don't know what that meant. 90% of the people are wrong, right? All the time. And when you look at the markets like this, like like I'm not getting super bearish here. And it's not impossible to lose this level. It's not impossible to lose it. Yo, shout out to Crypto Face. Let's go, bro. Shout out to Crypto Face. Thank you so much for that $50 super chat, bro. You did not have to do that. Shout out to Face in the chat, guys. Drop those market cipher emojis if you got them. Shout out to Crypto Face. Said, Frankie, is that you? Shout out to Crypto Face. Dude, you kill me. Frankie. Yo, you kill me, bro. Shout out to Crypto Face. The GOAT. The actual GOAT, guys. Come on. The actual GOAT is in the chat. Drop those Market Cypher emojis. And if you're a fan of Market Cypher, go ahead and tell the man, the myth, the legend right now that you love him because he is the reason that it is here. And he's like, low-key, like a big part of the reason why I'm here and a big part of the reason why we're able to make these calls because a lot of them are based off Market Cypher. So shout out to Crypto Face. Look at those. Yo, shout out to you guys. Crypto Face. Come on, bro. Look at this. Let's go. Shout out to Face, bro. Thank you for being here, dude. I appreciate you for being here. And thank you for the super chat, bro. You're a legend. Shout out to you. Yo, look at the emojis, bro. This is nuts. Market Cypher in chat. Shout out to Crypto Face, guys. Yo, Face, we got to have you on the show soon, bro. We got to have you on the show soon. I want to try to do something different with the collaborations. And like maybe like we'll do instead of like I don't know, we'll just kind of kick it, look at the charts, maybe get into some trades. I don't know. We'll just chat and kick it. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Face, man. But yeah, Face, we'll have you on sometime soon. And then maybe one day, I'd be honored to come on your channel, bro. I don't know if I feel like I'd be nervous to go on your channel. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Encrypted Broker. Shout out to you. Says, can you please give us your analysis on Rune? It's ripping so hard. Oh my God, dude, look at these emojis. Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Encrypted Broker, absolutely, bro. No problem. We could take a look at. Oh yeah, Rune's on the list. Doge is on the list. Yeah, we're good, bro. Stick around. We'll take a look at it in a second. Crypto Face again, bro. Thank you for chilling here. We'll try to get you on the show super soon. Shout out to you, bro. But with that being said, guys, let's continue to take a look at Ethereum here. Again, with these bullish divergences at the value area low, with the money flow coming up, was a very clear signal that not necessarily that we would instantly rip up, but it is a good indication. What I like to see here, guys, with these, when you get the bull divs into the value area low, it indicates that this is a significant bottom, right? Like, and you could bing bong around, right? You could, like we kind of did, right? We came up, down, but again, this indicated that this was a significant low, and we could use other things such as exo charts, etc., to try to indicate, how strong that low actually is. But when you get the bull divs on Market Cypher, especially like look at the double green dots. These are you got triple double green dots, right? You got 1, 2, 3. I think Face, if you're still in here, I think he calls these snake eyes. But we got a nice little third one here. It's like a mutated snake. It's got a third eye. But these bull divs with money flow coming out, guys, oftentimes is why I start to look for longs, because that indicates that this is a significant low. And even if we don't go straight up, it's likely safe to be looking for longs. And then what happened? We flipped that low to support, went straight to the POC, straight to the value area high, flipped it to support. And then where did we go? Right into our next value area, which was the point I was making before. You go from one value area, right? Balance, imbalance, and then imbalance, right? And then you're back to balance. You get imbalance, you played around with this volume profile slightly, back into your area of balance, and then we got back to we lose this volume profile, right back into this one. And then bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Why is this important? Because now you have context. If you already have these volume profiles marked out on your chart, that's your trap, right? Because you set your trap on the chart here, and once price enters your trap, you're now sitting there and saying, okay, all right, so we wick down, okay? And obviously, you got some bing bonging around, right? And then once you come to this low, you're thinking, hey, haha, come on into the trap, find your confirmations, and then you're looking for a long position back to the value area high, and then obviously that happened, so on and so forth. But I just wanted to show you because this is a very clear chart. You go from one volume profile into another volume profile, back into the old volume profile, and now we are back into this volume profile. And look how well we are respecting the levels, guys. Look at this. Look how perfect this is. You get back into your volume profile, and now we know. The reason this is so important is because now you have context. Now you have context because now you know, hey, once we get above this level, we can expect the POC to get visited. Where's that POC? Right here. Where did price go? Right to the POC. You dump right back to the POC. We got stuck underneath it a little bit, so what are we expecting? You get rejected from the POC, you could go back to the value area low. As long as you stay above this level, you'd expect the POC to come in. You get a second visit of the POC, another rejection, back down to the low, and remember, the value area lows is where your value area lows are where you want to look for longs. Not shorts. Value area lows, you want to look for longs. And you can see, just like, even though you kind of bing-bonged around here, you came up to the golden pocket and then back to the POC. So, you know, I just want to show how well these levels are respected, guys. So it's just, like, this is like one of the biggest breakthroughs I had in my analysis was like looking at the charts in terms of ranges like this. And it just really like opens your eyes, and it's almost like you read the charts and it's so hard to figure out what price is going to do. And then boom, you learn the volume profiles, and it's like it's like you took your dirty glasses off, breathed on them, and wiped them off, and now you can see clearly. And obviously, you know, sometimes you just rip through these lows. Like, obviously, it's not 100%. But in my opinion, like, this is one of the most, one of the best ways to look at the market. Not the only way. It's not the only thing that works. Other things work. I'm not saying they don't. But you know, everyone, like, I just want to be clear. Just because I'm a big range trader and I'm a big volume profile guy does not mean, it doesn't mean that, like, I don't think other things work, right? So I just want to be clear about that. But this is what works for me, right? And if it works for you and you're making money, nobody could tell you a dang thing. And shout out to CryptoFace. We were actually mentioning that he said that one day. I remember I was, this is like a long time ago. I think maybe before I had my YouTube channel, someone was talking trash in his chat saying that spider lines are random lines on the chart. And CryptoFace said, dude, I don't care. Like, even if they are random lines, which they're not, but even if they were, CryptoFace was like, I'm making crazy money off of them, so why do I even care? What, you know, like, it makes no sense. You got to do what works for you, and if you're actually making money, you shouldn't care what other people think, right? And shout out to Face, because that's what he said, and I related to that very, very heavily. But anyway, again, right now, we came back to that value area low, and shout out to Jordy, who told us yesterday that he took this long trade from this SFP down here at the value area low and was able to catch a nice long up to the POC, just taking what we talk about on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel and actually applied it to his trading and made money, and he even tipped us. He super chatted us and said, this one's for you, bro. Thank you. And shout out to him because he's actually taking the information and using it. And what happened, we came back down to the value area low. He looked for another long, and now he's in a long from this low, apparently. So, yeah, shout out to him. He's in profit again. But let me give my general analysis here, guys. Let me get rid of this box, and let's talk, right? Key level of support, value area low, right? Very clear. If we lose this level decisively, right? Because remember, even if you deviate below, you could still be looking for longs down here. But we're going to do more analysis. We'll look at the money flow and try to see where price is likely to go. But this is your key level, right? Value area low coming in at 1760. And if we lose that, it opens up the door to potentially come back down and retest the scene of the crime or the volume profile from back under here. Where we broke out of, right? But when I say scene of the crime, it's where you broke out from, right? So we broke out of this volume profile, tested it as support, launched off into our next one, targeting that POC, and then if we come back out, we could test that breakout area before potentially continuing up. But those are going to be the next key levels of support. Your previous value area high is coming in at 1660, right? So 1760 and 1660 are very, very key levels. Other than that, until we lose those levels, as long as we hold above here, I will be looking to bing bong around the POC at 1850 and the value area low at 1760 with a potential possibility of flipping that POC and coming up to the value area high, getting closer to about 1925. So there you go. Those are kind of the key levels. Now let's do the actual analysis on the money flow and try to see where this thing is likely to go. Now, here's the thing, guys. I don't know if I'd be looking for shorts on Ethereum right now. Scalp shorts, sure, no problem, not a big deal. But again, fresh money flow crossover into the green. This looks good to me. Again, VWAP coming down, right? So a little cool off potentially, sure. Maybe get a little cool off. But money flow crossing over into the green on the daily would indicate the longer term trend is likely to continue to the upside. So again, very similar to Bitcoin. Potential cool-off or consolidation before the next leg up. I do believe, as at least as of right now, that the next leg up could be incoming somewhat soon based off money flow on the higher time frames. But with the VWAP coming down, I would look for some kind of bing-bonging potential consolidation or a correction before that next big move up. Now, if Bitcoin winds up, remember we looked at Bitcoin, the lower time frames or medium hourly time frames, don't look it doesn't look impossible to get a push up on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes for that third higher high, just remember Ethereum's likely to follow suit, right? So you do have that in the cards. However, just looking at Ethereum by itself, I mean, she's still going. Shout out to Jordy, bro. Congrats on your long, man. But yeah, as long as we hold above that value area low, I wouldn't expect anything too bearish. But yeah, money flow on the daily looking good. Your 4 hour is, VWAP rolling back up. It looks similar to Bitcoin, right? So my sentiment there locally is pretty much the same as it is on Bitcoin. And if you wanted to get even better context into what price is doing, you could pull a local range here, which is pretty nice, right? Because, like if you come down to like the 12-minute, oh, no divergence. 10-minute, did it give it to you? Yeah. Like right here, guys, like this is sauce. For whatever reason, coming down to those value area lows with those bullish divergences, money flow coming up. Now, this is a low time frame. This is the 10-minute, so you're not looking to long this up to up to $10,000 for Ethereum. But like, look at that. This is letting you know that this is a significant low. The last time we were looking at this on Ethereum was on the 4 hour, but you could look at this on any time frame. Lower lows on your price action, higher lows on your momentum waves with money flow coming up, letting you know or money flow coming up right here locally, letting you know that could be a significant bottom, and it might be a good time to put in a long, and then boom, you get back up into the local profile. Now you could be targeting this POC coming in at about 1826. So shout out to Jordy. If we do make it back up to this level here at about 1825, if I were in a long, I would be looking to take profit there, or partial profit at least, with the hopes of getting back up to that POC. But instead of just longing this macro value area low, hoping to get to the POC, now you know that there's another local POC here. So it gives you a little bit of extra context and a little bit of some extra levels to potentially take some more profit, right? Let's see. Shout out to Marcus Black, said, I just got here and the golden showers have already begun. And if you guys don't know what he's talking about, I'll leave you that to your imagination. But he doesn't mean... Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. So that's what I'm looking at on Ethereum. We'll see what happens. I mean, if we do come up here, we could potentially do that by the end of the stream. So maybe we'll check back in on that. But let me go ahead and find these altcoins because I know they did come out with them. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Oh my God, guy. I can't. It's literally just market cipher emojis. There's no other chats up there. So Tyler or whoever did the altcoins, if you could just send that chat one more time. Shout out to Jordy, said, I live by Frankie's lessons and Crypto Faces F a bad yo, let's go. Shout out to Jordy, said, I live by Frankie's lessons and Crypto Faces F a bad trade entry mantra. Shout out to Jordy, bro. That might be a lethal combination, bro. Shout out to you. It is cool. That is, it's an honor to be mentioned in the same sentence as Crypto Face. That is for sure. Okay, so let's continue on here, guys. And there we go. Shout out to Tyler. I appreciate you, brother. And if you did not see my chat, bro, I got your text message. I will answer you. I just got a lot going on, but I will answer you after the stream, bro. Let's see. Gala, Ape, Dogecoin, AVAX, and Rune. Let's go ahead and take a look, starting off with the Galas. Is it Gala or Gala? I think it's Gala, guys. But anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. Let's see. Fashion Gold said, when 15K? I don't know. Maybe never? I don't know. As you guys know, I am a believer, have been a believer, or in the camp that 15.5 was the bottom. But I would say, listen, guys, if we get a big push down, like let's say we get a Black Swan event, a lot of crazy things going on in the world. Maybe we get some kind of a crazy Black Swan event. If we were, right, let's give you the 30-second bearish case for Bitcoin. If we were to get a big pullback here, right, because remember, When we got our bear market rally in 2019, there was a significant pullback with a black swan finish here, right? Bringing us down a lot, right? You measure it out here. From the top of the black swan event to the bottom was a 64% dump. From the top of the bear market rally to the bottom was a 73% dump. Now, if this is, if we are going to continue this pump, or I'm sorry, if we are going to crash, let's say we dumped from here and we got something similar that we got in 2019 where you get a big correction to the downside, I don't know if we would necessarily get all the way back to 15.5. What I would more likely look for would be, which this is now different because we put in a higher high, but it would be the 786 getting closer to about, the high 19,000s or high 19,000s, right? Like 19,800, 19,900, maybe a panic wick down to about 17 something. But I don't know if we'll ever get back all the way down to 15.5. But if the charts start looking like they wants to go down there, I will be the first person to let you know. All right, let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Daniel Edwards, said, woohoo, finally caught you live. Better late than never. Shout out to you, bro. And look at that. You popped in the live. You got a live shout out, and this is all I have on my desk. I would throw more for you, but we only had 100. But shout out to you, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go ahead and continue on with Gala. And let's go ahead and take a look. We'll take a look at the, actually, let's take a look at the, come on, Gala. There we go. Tether US, bada boom. Okay, well, here we are. Come on, guys. Come on. The volume profiles don't miss. I'm kidding. They miss sometimes, right? But, come on, guys. Look at this. So, on Gala, guys, when did this happen? Did this happen today? Unbelievable. Say the 26th? Yeah, today's the 26th. So this happened, this happened today. Oh, my God. Guys, literally, did we look at Gala last night? We were looking for a potential move up, looking at our next target for Gala to be this old volume profile from back in August with your value area low sitting at about 0.01903, and then your value area high sitting up here at about 2 cents, right? And what happened, guys? We got the move up, and not only that, I actually just remember this because we were looking, let me hide this, right? Looking here, whoops, come on, let me adjust this, take these lines off. I save this as default every dang time. Okay, there we go, right? So looking at our price action here, you can see, right, not a whole lot of volume between, right, yeah, this is it, these highs. Looking at if we broke these highs, you could break into this somewhat of a low volume gap here. There is a significantly low amount of volume down here. You do have some little spikes up right here, right here, right here. However, not much holding you back until you get back up to your next high volume node here, sitting on this old volume profile. And what would you be looking to do here, guys? You'd be looking to potentially, let's come down to a lower time frame. I'll come down to the dang 1 minute right now to see if this was actually respected, and it was. Let me mark out these levels, and I will show you guys why you should be looking at these volume profiles. It's not, some people are like, yo, do volume, it's funny. They're like, do volume profiles pay you? And I'm like, no, volume profiles is not like a brand. This is just like a tool. This is it isn't like a company that makes the volume profile. This is a free tool on TradingView. But what would you be looking for here, guys? You have your value area low sitting right here. I'll mark these out. I'll mark these out roughly. So you have your value area low right here. Previous value area low. You have your PO. I'm not going to mark out the PLC because it's so close. And then you have your value area high right here. Previous value area high. So what would you be expecting, guys? You would be looking, and I'll come down to the 1 minute so we can actually see how price interacted with each level. What are you looking for here, guys? You are simply looking for price to make your way up, right? Bing, bong, bing. And you did the higher time frame analysis, understanding that there was not a lot of volume here, so you could get a quick move up. And oh no, did we go down? We're getting hacked, guys. We're getting hacked. Hold in there. Okay, we're back. We're back. I don't know if that hiccup for you guys, but a hiccup for me. But what happened? You flip your value area low to support, bing bong, right up to the value area high. And if you were trading the 1 minute, which I never really do, you did actually have a little bit of a bearish divergence right here. Lower lows on it's very slight, but lower highs on your momentum waves with higher highs on your price action as you deviate above your volume profile. And then what are you expecting? To get back down into your volume profile and potentially come back down to your POC, which is likely right here, right? I'll mark this out and go back in time. and we'll see very close to your point of control, right? But, this gives you context into what to expect from price next, right? You'd be looking, well, hey, once we get back into this range, I'm looking at the value area high, and then there is going to be a short opportunity at that value area high. And then what happened? You get the rejection. You even had some wonky bear divs up here on the 12-minute. However, end money flow was also on the 1 minute, guys. Not only did you, and again, I don't typically trade the 1 minute, but I will look at the 1 minute to try to front run the higher time frames if I am looking for a trade entry. But you got the bear divs up here, right? And not only that, but money flow was coming out, right? Indicating that, you're probably teetering out here, and then you respect the volume profile slightly. You lose it, bearish retest on the POC, and then you bearishly retest the POC one more time, and then you lose it, and you come down. So, if you're not looking at the volume profiles, guys, please, for the love of God, start learning them, start trying to use them, because they are absolutely life-changing, at least when it comes down to trading, right? Okay, let's continue on here. I'm afraid to trade. Shout out to Wolf of Crypto. Shout out to, I forget who said it. Someone said, Jordy said that he lives by my teachings or whatever, and then also Crypto Face. And he said specifically his F a bad trade entry mantra, which I do actually like. And the reason for that is because I didn't even mean to set myself up here, but scared money don't make no money, right? Like that is the mantra, right? So, if you're too scared to get into a trade, you're never going to make money because you're never going to pull the trigger. And anytime you do, the second you're in the green, you're going to pull out, or the second you're in the red, you're going to pull out. Like you got to have the stomach for it, right? You're going to have to see your trade be in the red for a little bit. And any true trader will tell you that. No trader that is actually out there trading, right? And not just saying they do. Anyone who is actually out there really trading knows that you need to ride your trades through drawdown once in a while, right? You're not just going to instantly win every trade. You're going to get stopped out. You're going to get wrecked once in a while, but it's all part of the game. And any real trader will tell you that, right? Like if you ask Crypto Face, like, hey, when you get into a trade, do you ever hold it through the red? He's going to be like, yeah, absolutely. Like, it's very hard, even if you are trying to get the most perfect trade entry, it's very hard to get the perfect trade entry. And chances are at some point, almost on every trade, you're going to go into the red at some point, especially right when you enter. But that's why having a trading plan is so important. And that's something we teach a little bit more in the premium Discord, and how to build an actual trading plan and follow it so you can become a professional, become a profitable trader. But for Gala, guys, here's the thing. If we wind up, now you have context. We've lost that value area, but we could easily get back into it if we wind up coming back up in here and we wind up flipping this level to support. Looking at the macro volume profile here, just looking at the VPVR, we do have another significant volume gap all the way up to about 0.02282 cents, right? And then you also do have this high volume node right here, which could give you a little bit of resistance. That is sitting at about 0.02160. But this general volume gap, like you could see, this general volume gap is pretty nice, right? So you could get some resistance right here. But other than that, the next major level of resistance is 0.02294, which is likely going to be in cooperation with this local volume profile, right here. So again, just like we were able to look at this volume profile, look for the move up in there, look for the bing-bonging around, we could look for our next target to be right up here in this volume profile. There you go. Same exact deal, right? Like very quick move up into that level. You flip this, looking at the value area high, could be some nice short opportunities up there. But other than that, 8-hour money flow, fresh crossover into the green. Taking a look at the daily money flow continuing up here. So looking very similar to Bitcoin. And that is what I would look for on Gala. And I feel like we did this yesterday. Am I looking at a different chart? Hang on. If I go pull up another chart and all this TA is already on the chart, that's not it. No. Okay. I guess not. All right. It was a Bybit? No. Oh, well, there you go. That's what we are. Same levels, right? Like, it's like all the same thing, right? Like, all those levels I just marked out are marked out over here. And it looks like I took these levels from a different, using a different method, right? Like, I wasn't even, like, there's no volume profile here, but all the same levels, right? So there you go. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Someone said Golden, you're a legend. Golden is indeed a legend. But let's go ahead and move on to the next altcoin, which is going to be Dogecoin. Take a look at it. Dogecoin. Yeah, I mean, very similar to Bitcoin. I'm not going to spend too much time on the alts today, guys, just because everything looks the same as Bitcoin. Like, even on the indicators, right? Money flow coming up, VWAP coming down on the daily, right? Potential cool off before more upside. That's my general sentiment on most things right now. But if we continue on here, I would go ahead and, I mean, yeah, you got a significant amount of resistance, right? Like, look at this high volume node. POC of the macro range, right? Let me get rid of all these local levels, right? But, yeah, now we are, just within this macro volume profile. You went from the low to the POC. If you flip the POC and get above all of this all these high volume nodes, bing, bong, could be on your way to about 0.09271. And what did somebody super chat about Dogecoin? They asked me if a certain price was it Dogecoin? They said is 16 cents incoming. Could potentially be, right? Because I forget who said it. Where is it? Oh, M-Batter virus, yeah. 16 cents on the horizon, I would say potentially, right? I'm not calling for it, but all you got to do is, I mean, I don't want to say all you got to do, right? It's not that easy. But if you could get above that POC, we are already targeting about 9 cents, right? And in my opinion, like, I don't know if I would just simply be looking straight up to 16 cents right now. But this next key level of resistance is going to be at about 9 cents, 0.09229. And then this is your doorway to higher prices, right? So door to higher prices, right? Because if you get above this value area high, like what happened last time, we yeeted out of here. Look at the volume gap right here, guys. You can see it perfectly exemplified on this move up, because what happened, we broke out of the volume profile right here. You break the value area high, fly through the low volume gap. Where'd you get your resistance? You got it right on this high volume node, right? You rejected that high volume node and came right back down into this. And where'd you go? Right back to the value area low. Right? And where'd you get the bounce from? Right from the value area low. So again, by using the volume profiles, you could predict this stuff, or at least have an idea of how price will interact with certain levels, right? So because of the volume profiles, I'm able to know that this is the doorway to higher prices. And if we get above this level, we may shoot through that high volume node again, or shoot through that low volume gap, shoot through that low volume gap and get some resistance on the same high volume node that we rejected back here. And where is that coming in? It's coming in at about 14 cents. 16 cents is getting closer to this kind of little spike in volume that we have right here. And if I pull this little volume profile right here, yeah, that... Shout out to M-Batter, bro. I mean, yeah, like your super chat literally just lines up exactly with the analysis, like as I'm doing it, right? So yes, if we break key level, again, I'm not calling for 16 cents right this moment, but is it in the cards? Is it on the horizon? I think so, right? Because if you break that value area high, you're likely to shoot up pretty quickly to about 14 cents. And then if you get above that level, like what's happening if you shoot up to those levels? Well, if you shoot up to 14 cents, you're likely getting accepted into this area of balance, right? And if you continue to get accepted into this area of balance and holding this value area low, where is price likely to go next? Creighton C, let them know. Right? While I draw this, you let them know where price is likely to go next. If you flip that value area low to support and you get above this POC, bing bong. Where's that value area high? Sitting at about 17 cents. So next major target for Dogecoin is up in this value area. Right? It's not an untapped value area, but this value area high is naked, right? That has not been hit, and it is 17 cents. So that is very close to what you are looking at. There it is, POC. Shout out to Creighton C. Let's go. Dave Digital said, Tyler, don't ban me. Dave, how are you like one of our biggest supporters, and like you're basically a character on this show, bro. Like, Dave, you are literally a character on this show, and I love that you're like always a little bit at risk of getting banned. And it's kind of my favorite thing. Shout out to Dave Digital, and shout out to Tyler, who said, I should. Nobody else is here. All this power may go to my head. Oh, God, Tyler Durden's just going to be banning people left and right, kicking people out of the live stream. Tyler's letting the power go to his head. I love it. Shout out to Dave Digital. But let's see. Shout out to Tones. Tones. Tell me you are a guy named Tony who makes music. Tones Tunes? I don't know. Shout out to Tones. But let's see. What is the indicator called? So I don't know. This is Market Cipher B. Shout out to Market Cipher B. This is what we look at for money flow. But I think maybe what you're referring to are these volume profiles. This is called a fixed range volume profile. And it's on TradingView, right? So if you go to indicators and type in fixed range volume profile, or you can come to technicals, click on profiles, and you have all of them right here. They even have a TPO beta, which is very interesting. But there you go, guys. That's what I'm looking at on Doge. Shout out to MBatter Virus. Thank you for that super chat, bro. Hopefully that was able to help you out. Yeah, shout out to Tones. If you go to the beginning of the stream, we covered Bitcoin for like 40 minutes before we jumped into the altcoins. So if you just scroll back just a little bit, you'll see my analysis on the Bitcoins. Let's see. Let's see. Are you still DCAing? Great question. The answer is, I think some of my auto buys are still going off, but a lot of my accounts have to be reloaded. Coincidentally, they just recently ran out of funds. I have to reload them. So technically, no. But again, in the long term here, guys, listen, I am not concerned. Like I've been DCAing in since back here, right? Since about June, right? So DCA, and then I think I paused here. We ran up. I DCA on the way down, DCA on the way down, and now I may turn it back on to potentially DCA back on the way down. But here's the thing. In my opinion, like waiting for Bitcoin to go back to 30K to start buying, to be quite frank with you, no pun intended, doesn't really make sense to me, right? Because we might not get the pullback. Likely we will pull back at some point, right? That's, if you watch the show, you know what I think, right? But like I know a lot of people are probably thinking it's too late to buy Bitcoin. And here's the thing, like I don't buy these massive green candles, right? Because you're likely to get some kind of red candles to come in very soon. But here's the thing, guys. If you are waiting for Bitcoin to like go back to like 29K to buy, in my opinion, like for me, like I'm just going to buy right here. Like if you're looking, I'm going to wait till 29K, like just buy here. I'm not telling you to, I'm just saying for me. Because here's the thing. If Bitcoin goes to 100K, and I know now a lot of people are thinking like with the ETF, maybe 150K, maybe 200K, etc. But you're not going to care. Like look at the difference between where we are right now, which is 34 or about, right? 35K, right? You're waiting for that, right? You're waiting for this little tick on the chart. Up here, boop, you're waiting to buy down here, right? But in hindsight, when you're up at 100K, 200K, whatever it is, you are basically buying the bottom of the bear market here, right? And I talk about this all the time, guys. Like come up to the Bitstamp chart, like in 2018, 2019. Like looking at this chart, would you care if you were buying? Like there's a lot of people who were thinking like, I'm not buying 4K. It's going to $200, right? And then like, are you really going to care if you buy at 4,000 or 3,000? Look how small that difference is, right? You're not trying to get this little gain. You're trying to wait for the next parabolic bull run. And when looking back in hindsight, you don't care about buying up. Do you really care about buying here or here? Or are you just looking to buy like down here at the bottom of the bear market and ride it all the way to the top, right? So just remember that. In the grand scheme of things, like, again, I don't like buying these big green candles, but like dollar cost averaging, the whole point of dollar cost averaging is to buy at the same time every day, every week, every month to get an average buy-in price, right? So maybe you bought a little bit on a pump, but then you're also buying all the way on the dump, right? And then you get a nice even, or not even, but like you get a nice average buy-in price. And then when you're up at 150 or 200K, whatever it is, you're not going to care. You're going to look back and be like, oh my God, I'm such an idiot. And the reason I'm saying this, guys, is because I have felt like this before, right? You're going to look back I look back at myself and I'm like, oh my God, like why was I worried about buying like here or here? I should have just bought because I was waiting for lower and we never got lower, right? Or whatever the case is, right? You don't want to look back and be like, why was I worried about those little movements? Like zoom out and don't miss the forest for the trees, right? And I know like people are like, oh, why are you buying up here? And again, I'm not buying this giant like green weekly candle or green daily candles, but just don't get too caught up in waiting for the next dip, waiting. Oh no, it's going to go down a little lower. I want to get a better entry. Like people who do that get wrecked more often than not. Or just don't get, or they just don't buy, right? So just keep that in mind. All right, let's see. To buy or not do buy? Shout out to Mark Dutch. That is the question. I've never been to Dubai. Probably pretty cool out there, though. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. We took a look at Gala. We broke it down. We took a look at Doge. We broke it down. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Rune, as I know a lot of people are dying to look at this. So getting a little bit of a pump here. Nice little move up. And yeah. Let's see. Fresh. Wow, this thing is ripping. Fresh money flow crossover on the daily 16-hour red dot printing. But look at this. You may get that VWAP flip. I would be careful, right? I'm not as open to shorting the alts as I am to shorting Bitcoin, right? Because you want to be careful. These alts will spit in your face if you try to short them too early, right? So with this money flow crossover, I wouldn't be looking to short Rune. Especially with that VWAP coming back up on your 16-hour. But I would wait for that daily red dot for a significant cool-off or a tangible cool-off, in my opinion. But I actually want to take a look at this volume profile from back here. Let's pull it from here to here. This is going to be a level I would be watching, right? Because we know we had an area of balance, even though it is slight. It is there, right? And let's take a look here. What do we have already on the chart? Okay, so we broke out of this volume profile, but we can get rid of this. This is all old news. Bada boom. And, yeah, we're just simply on our way to our next little level of resistance, which is, again, going to be right here, in my opinion, between about $3 and about $2.56. So that is kind of the next level of resistance I would look for on Rune. And then let's go pull this local. Yeah, so we broke out of this. I don't necessarily... Let me pull the golden pocket. Like, this is hard because this thing is pumping live, so this fib is going to move. But in general, I would watch this as a level of support, value area high, golden pocket confluence, and then you have your POC 786, which at the moment is in confluence here. So these are kind of the two levels. Even if we keep pushing up, you know, that fib, right? If we come up and get a rejection from this value area low, you would just want to pull your fib up. You know, I don't often tell you guys to pull your fib in public, but in this case, you would have to pull it up to that new high. But again, it's going to be in pretty close confluence with that value area high that we broke out of. So if you get a cool off, that's, in my opinion, going to be a pretty significant level of support to watch, because oftentimes you will go back to test that area to break that you broke out of before continuing back up. And then once you flip this level here at 257 to support, you could look for a move to the range high at about getting pretty dang close to about $3. So that's what I'd be looking at on Rune. Nice and simple, but this thing is absolutely ripping. 6-day green dot printing. Money flow looks good on the higher time frames coming up. Looks pretty good to me in my own opinion. Green money flow looking to cross over into the green on the 3-day as well. But again, short-term pullbacks, same sentiment as everything else. Short-term pullbacks are possible. But I would just be careful because money flow is coming up, and these alts are, in my opinion, could continue to the upside here. So in the long term, after a cool off, right? But again, I mean, remember what happened on Gala with that untapped value area. This is your next major target, in my opinion. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Jordy said, "Why would anyone use Robinhood? You can't remove the crypto from the platform." Yeah, shout out to Jordy. After the whole GameStop, Tyler, thank you so much for saying that. Crypto Billy, what is going on, brother? But yeah, ever since the whole GameStop debacle, I mean, I never used Robinhood, but I thought it was like a great way for people to start investing and stuff, and then it just like. To have the ghoul, they got the brajol to they got the meatballs to name themselves Robinhood, and then literally whose whole mantra is steal from the rich, give to the needy, right? And they literally are protecting the mega wealthy, which is crazy. At least from what I understand from the situation, which is out of control. Shout out to Brad Guidell. What is going on, bro? Good to see you in here, man. I appreciate you for stopping by. Good to see you, bro. But, yeah, they steal from the poor and give to the greedy is what they do. It's insane. So it's like to have the shkumvats to call yourself Robinhood. Like if their name wasn't Robinhood, I'd be like less mad about it because it's like, all right, whatever. Like, powers that be, whatever. But like you named yourself Robinhood. We need a Frankie Candles After Dark, where I let the real New Yorker come out and I tell you guys what I really think about stuff. But this is a family-friendly show, guys. Maybe we'll incorporate that in the bull market where I just go off on rants late night. hopped up on Aztec and Cactus Moss Water. But that is right, Frankie. Yeah, shout out to Steven Atwell. But let's go ahead and continue on. Chris says, thank you for the membership. You could thank probably Golden is where it came from. Preach, Brother Candles. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Rockton Road. But, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at our next altcoin, which is going to be Tyler, let's move. We can check. I'm going to check in on AVAX very briefly here. I'm not even going to do the TA. We looked at AVAX the other day, so let's move that to maybe tomorrow or a later date. But I will just give you guys a quick update on AVAX because last time we were looking at it, I think it has moved. So we broke out of this value area high, flipped it to support, came right up to our next level of resistance, which I'm not quite sure where that came from. Yeah, this is... Yeah, little bear div here, potentially on the 12-hour. But let me go ahead and pull some fibs here. Where is this? Where's this low? Bada boom. Come on. Right there. Okay, yeah, so coming into this golden pocket 786 retracement, I'd be careful. I would be careful, right? Because you got your golden pocket and you got your 786. I would be careful here. Two pretty significant levels. This is the, it's a local retracement, but I would still be careful here because you could be putting in this. I said I wasn't going to do the TA, but I just can't stop. You could be potentially putting in a bearish divergence here on the 12-hour. If this VWAP continues down, you might print it soon. But this is a sign of weakness, guys. Potential correction incoming. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we just looked at this. I want to spend more time on ApeCoin because we have not looked at Ape in quite some time. But let's go ahead and shout out to Chief Santana said, Frankie, thank you for covering AVAX. No problem, Chief. I wasn't going to do it, but here we are. But anyway, shout out to you, bro. I'll do it for you, man. But yeah, watching this Golden Pocket 786 retracement, we could wind up getting a cool-off from here. But again, in my opinion, to go higher, we got to crack that 786 at 1164, in which case your next level, in my opinion, would be up here at this untapped value area right about here. Bada boom. There we go. I just had a random thought in my head of Crypto Face saying, is that you, Frankie? I can't. He cracks me up, man. It's too funny. But if we get above that 786, guys, next key levels are going to be here with your value area low at about 1233 POC coming in at 1325, and then your value area high coming in at 1385. But again, I do think, once you get that 12-hour bearish divergence, that's probably where you'll cool off, and then you could wind up attacking these levels. But there you go. That's what I'd be looking at AVAX. And shout out to Chief Santana. Hopefully I'm reading that back. He says, I love you, man. I love you back, bro. I love you back. And I really do. I'm not just saying that. You show up to my show, bro. I love you back for sure. All right, let's see. Adrian says that. Yeah, that was hilarious when Crypto Face was saying that, dude. It's so funny. It's so funny. I don't even know if it's from something. Is it from like a movie or is it just something he says? It kills me every time. Me and Tony D crack up. It's the funniest thing ever. But anyway, let's continue on here, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at ApeCoin. Bah! Shout out to Chief Santana, just throwing those goat sounds out. Let's go. Bah! I can't do that one. I couldn't find one that sounds like mine. I don't know. Bing bong. Let's go. All right, take a look at ApeCoin, guys. Take a look at the 2-day. All right, let's see here. I mean, you got the weekly bull div. That's for sure. This could be the bottom of Ape, potentially. Weekly bull div. 100 more likes to get us to 550. We got 577 people watching right now, guys. I think we can get to 550 to give away a free month of the premium Discord to one of you guys. Smash up that like button. I love listening to Crypto Face. He's so entertaining. I know. I went at the last stream I went into, he was like serenading Bitcoin, singing to it. I was cry laughing. Let's see. Randy MTC's dad said MTC will teach you the ways on the soundboard. Shout out to Dave Digital. I'll have to ask Miss Teen Crypto how to get good sound effects. I really do like these sound effects. So these are good. Those are like, they're so crisp. So crisp. Anyway, continuing on. Weekly bull div is confirmed here. This could be the bottom for ApeCoin, in my opinion, right? I'm not guaranteeing that, but this is the weekly bull div, right? This was a big thing we were looking at on Bitcoin to mark the bottom. We actually have a video from a long time ago when Bitcoin was wasn't even like down here. And we were saying, like, what would the bottom of Bitcoin likely look like? And we were saying if we can get some kind of bullish divergence on the weekly, I even drew it out, and we almost drew it perfectly. It's actually eerie going back and watching the clip. I don't know why I never show it. I should. It's actually pretty funny. But the only difference was I pulled my line like down to 1450. So I missed it by $100, but we literally drew it like this. And I think I drew it down to like 1450. So it looks like it's almost dead on, but I did expect a little bit lower. But we got that weekly bull div, and then what happened, guys? Bing bong, right to the upside. So do not underestimate the weekly bullish divergences, and we do indeed have one here on ApeCoin, right? So that could be, if not the bottom, a significant bottom for sure. So there you go. Weekly bull div confirmed. 2-day bull div also confirmed, right? This is something we've been looking at on a lot of the alts, have this 2-day bullish divergence, letting you know this might be a significant low, and you could be loading up on your alts, right? And then obviously you get the move to the upside. Now, I would be watching this area up here potentially as... Yeah, I would watch this value area as your next, one of your major levels of resistance, right? And then I would pull this impulse to the actual low. Yeah, this is what I would look at for the most part, guys. Pulling up the VPVR. Yeah, I would look at this golden pocket. I'll actually mark this out. I don't often do this, but I will mark out this golden pocket. There you go. I would watch this golden pocket sitting at about $1.68 for ApeCoin. If you can make a move up there, that could be where you wind up getting some resistance. But if you can get above the 786, I would look upwards towards this value area high. Once you get above that 786 and above this value area low at $1.92, you could be on your way to this value area high at about $2.25. So watch out for that. But yeah, other than that, on the higher time frames, money flow coming up. Bull divs are confirmed with money flow coming up. And shout out to Creighton C. Says, yeah, probably let her help you with the sound. Yo, shout out to Creighton C. Says, yeah, probably let her help you with the soundboard. Shout out to Creighton C. I'm just going to leave that one right there. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Okay, continuing on. But anyway, looking for that move up to the golden pocket. But again, other than that, money flow coming up on a lot of these higher time frames. But same thing as Bitcoin, right? Daily VWAP coming down. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we wind up getting a little cool off first. But I would also be looking at this, I would look at this high volume node, this shelf of volume right here at about $1.16 for a potential cool off. If you could flip that, you'll go flip that to support and then go up towards that golden pocket 786 retracement. You get above there, you're looking at your volume profile from up here. So there you go, guys. That is what I'm looking at on ApeCoin. And I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. We are ended right on time. Still not at 550 likes. We got 557 people watching right now. And if you guys like puppies and you don't hate babies, smash that like button. And if you want a free membership to the premium Discord, go ahead and drop it in there. Shout out to Traders Reality. Hey, yo, what is going on, bro? Tino from Traders Reality said, did someone call a doctor? Boop. Paging Dr. Tino. Tino. How is Kelly? Who is Kelly? Shout out to Kelly. Yo, shout out to Kelly. Oh my God. Yo, shout out to Dave Digital, bro. I am lost. I thought you were talking about a completely different person. Shout out to Dave Digital. But shout out to Tino. Said Dr. Vector. Shout out to Traders Reality, bro. Thank you for being here, Tino. I appreciate you. We got to get you back on the show soon. We're going to have you back on the show soon, too, along with Crypto Phase. Shout out to Traders Reality, bro. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you tuning in. Tino, what do you think? More upside for Bitcoin, or you think we're pulling back first? Let me know. But shout out to Tino. Let's go. C3, don't put that evil on me. Shout out to Wick. I don't know what you guys are talking about in there. Yeah, anytime plays. Yeah, that's my thing, bro. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm looking for maybe another little pop up and then rip it right back down for a correction. But higher time frames look pretty good to me, in my opinion. We'll have to see what happens. Lucky for us, we make money whether the price is going up or down. But, guys, I think that is all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Let's see how many likes we got. 471, so close to 550. Let's go ahead and pull up that Wheel of Pain and Pleasure. Smash that like button while you guys are waiting for me to pull up the wheel. Go ahead and smash that like button. Bada boom. Let's see if we can get. If we get 550, we will spin the wheel 15 times, as well as drop in a free premium Discord membership to one lucky CandleMafia member. And here we are. Today's episode is brought to you by Makeup Tutorials. Yo, that's hilarious because we just told the story about how Tony D used to think that I wore makeup because I have long eyelashes. Anyway, if someone here is new to the stream, they're probably like, what is this guy talking about? Thank you, Frankie. Shout out to Jordy. No problem. Pump up those likes if you guys love Jordy. Shout out to you, man. Let's see. Shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate that. He said, so hard to get more sponsors if you keep on forgetting. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's see. Maybe Dave Digital will be head of sponsors. Dave, your new job is to go into people we want to be sponsored to and blow up their comments saying, get in touch with Frankie Candles. We want to work together. Dave, that's it. That is your calling. Let's go, Dave. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Okay. 509 people. Smash that like button. Let's start spinning that dang wheel. We got 4 spins, unless we hit 500. But let's see. Wick said hashtag trick out the wheel. Yeah, well, we got Tony D. I think is going to actually build us a crazy one, but it's probably not going to happen overnight. He has been working on it for about 2 years now. Smash it earlier. A sub might be life-changing. Shout out to Public Doname. Shout out to you, bro. Said a sub might be life-changing. Yeah, absolutely. Smash that subscribe button, too, guys. I always say to hit the like button, but I never say subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any urgent market updates or anything like that. Solana thoughts. Was that a huge pump? Solana doing cool things right now? Let's see. Oh, yeah, she ripped right through the value area. Let's go. I mean, you did get a little respect on the value area high. But, I mean, hey, I'll give you this little extra sauce here while you guys are smashing that like button. Next levels for Solana. Forgive me if they don't play out because this is literally happening in 30 seconds. But, yeah, hitting that POC right now. Whoa. Whoa, we just got wrecked. There we go. Okay. Yeah, hitting that POC right now. You flip this level right here at 33.23. Likely headed up to 41.41, guys. That's a nice move. So there you go. But you are likely to find some respect on this POC if you correct key level of support 29.67, and that is it. That is all. That's all we're doing on Solana. That actually might have been the sauciest TA right there of the night. That quick little TA on Solana. These are just clean levels. If you lose this if you lose 29.67, you are likely going to get a bigger move down to the $25 area. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Continue on to what were we doing? Oh, the spins. Here we go. Give them a giveaway, baby. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh God, 3 in a row, baby. We're almost at 500 likes. Thank you for that, Tyler. I got you, brother. Appreciate the reminder. Let's see. Tyler Durden, always on point, bro. All the mods are just always so on point. But let's see. Well, while we're waiting for the spin. Oh, no. Don't rug them. Don't rug them. Come on. All right. Well, while we're getting this mention out of the way, guys, smash that like button. If we get 500 likes, I'll spin it 2 more times because I'm pissed that we rugged on this one. But, guys, don't forget, this show is sponsored by Link 2, your access to private investment. You guys know we talk about this a lot. Link 2 gives you access into private investments that used to be held for the ultra wealthy. Although you still got to have some money to invest, they do have a lot less or lower minimums. They have a $2,500 minimum deposit, and I think that goes up after your first deposit or first investment up to about $5,000. But it is a good way to get access to other investments that a lot of people otherwise would not have access to. You guys can check out their website. You can see here, invest in leading startups with affordable minimums, broadening investment opportunities for all. You guys can check them out at linkto.com. That is linqto.com. Go check them out, guys. Shout out to Link2. Thank you guys for sponsoring the channel. Now, let's go ahead. Did we hit 500? 495. I'll give you guys one more spin here. We'll try to get one more giveaway. Thanks for the Frankie sauce. Crypto Mac, no problem. Big Russ, Moonshot said 4 more. Let's go, baby. Smash that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, God, 2 rugs. Here we go. We spun it 6 times. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 giveaways out of 6. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's a majority. No problem, Wayne C. I got you on Solana, bro. No worries at all. Shout out to Golden. Shout out to Crypto Mac. Big Russ, Moonshot. What is going on? Dave Digital, Mark Dutch, Tones, and DestructoBot 9000, guys. Shout out to all you guys for tuning in. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I am actually shrinking in my chair as it is just going down as we speak. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Thank you for sticking around all the way till the end. Smash that like button on your way out. Even if you accidentally bump into it, I don't care. Just get it clicked. But with all that being said, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told him this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told him put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league.
I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do right now. I've never been this lost on a Frankie fake out. I don't know what to do. We're just going to spray money around. Let's go. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Thank you all for watching tonight. I'll see you guys right here. Same place, same time. Tomorrow, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, guys, mods, if you guys can drop in the chat the video they got to like and comment on, don't forget to listen to the mods in chat right now so you guys enter into our giveaway to win some free crypto. Or if we hit our like goal tomorrow, we'll give away a free month of the Frankie Candles Discord to one lucky CandleMafia member. So with all that being said, guys, I'll see you right here. Same place, same time. 5. Slipped out. 5. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I think it's good. right here, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. See you guys tomorrow. Hasta pasta. Frank Candles out. Bing bong. Are you kidding me? Okay. Oh, there it goes. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out.